You're about to watch a TOEFL mock test with sample answers. If you would like to try this exam for yourself, go to toefl.vtalkai.com. You can find the link in the description below.
In this question, you'll be asked to give your opinion about a familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to prepare your response and 45 seconds to speak. Some people believe that social media has had a positive impact on society, while others think it has been harmful. What is your opinion? Use specific reasons and examples to support your response.
Begin to prepare your response after the beep. Begin speaking after the beep.
I believe that social media has had a positive impact on society. Firstly, it allows people to connect with others around the world, building relationships that wouldn't be possible otherwise. For example, I've made friends from different countries, which has broadened my perspective on various cultures. Secondly, social media has been an effective platform for spreading awareness about important issues. Movements like environmental conservation and mental health awareness have gained tremendous support online, leading to real-world changes. While there are negative aspects, such as misinformation, the ability to connect and share information outweighs the drawbacks, making social media overall beneficial to society.
In this question, you will read a short passage about a campus situation and then listen to a conversation regarding the announcement. You will then answer a question using information from both the reading passage and the conversation. After the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Read an announcement about a policy for community service. Begin reading now. Now, listen to two students discussing the announcement.
Hey, have you heard about the university's new policy for next year? It's interesting. They're requiring us to do 20 hours of community service every year.
Really? I hadn't heard about that. Mandatory volunteering, though? That sounds like a lot to juggle with all our other coursework.
I understand your concerns. It does sound like a bit much at first. But the university's idea is to foster a sense of civic engagement and to give us a chance to gain practical experience that complements our classroom learning.
Okay, that perspective makes a bit more sense. It's important to have a balance, I suppose. Do you think they'll offer a variety of options for this volunteering? It would be nice to find something that aligns with our individual interests and schedules.
Absolutely. That's part of the plan. They want to offer a range of choices so we can find something that really resonates with us. Plus, think about the networking opportunities. This could be a stepping stone to internships or even future employment.
You're starting to convince me. It's an added responsibility, sure, but it could offer some real benefits, especially if we approach it with the right attitude. Learning outside the classroom is valuable after all.
Right. And when you think about it, 20 hours a year isn't that much. It's a small investment of time for what could be a very enriching experience, both personally and professionally.
That's a good way to look at it. A few hours doing this could lead to some great opportunities and experiences. I guess it's worth giving it a shot.
The woman expresses her opinion about the university's new community service requirement. State her opinion and explain the reason she gives for holding that opinion.
Begin to prepare your response after the beep. Begin speaking after the beep.
The reading passage introduces the new university policy that requires students to complete 20 hours of community service each year to enhance civic engagement and provide practical experience. In the conversation, the woman expresses a positive opinion about this new requirement. She believes it's a great opportunity for students to gain practical experience that complements classroom learning. She also points out that volunteering can lead to valuable networking opportunities, which might help students with internships or future job prospects. Furthermore, she emphasizes that the requirement isn't too demanding, as 20 hours a year is a small investment for such enriching experiences, both personally and professionally. Overall, she sees it as a beneficial way to balance academics with real-world experience.
In this question, you will read a short passage on an academic subject and then listen to a talk on the same topic. You will then answer a question using information from both the reading passage and the talk. After the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Now, read part of a text from a psychology textbook. Begin reading now. Listen to a lecture on the bystander effect.
Okay. So, we've discussed how our interactions with others impact our behavior. Now, let's consider a specific phenomenon in social psychology known as the bystander effect. This concept reveals how the presence of others can influence our actions in emergency situations. Let's consider an example. In a study, a mock emergency scenario was set up in a busy public area. One actor pretended to be in urgent need of help, simulating a medical emergency. Two groups of passers-by were observed. The first group encountered the emergency alone, while the second group witnessed the situation in the presence of others. Interestingly, the results showed that individuals who were alone were far more likely to stop and offer help, compared to those in the group setting. This brings us to the bystander effect. When we are in a group, there is a diffusion of responsibility. Each person in a group is less likely to feel personally responsible for offering assistance, assuming that someone else will do so. But, and this is crucial, the bystander effect is not just about inaction. It also extends to other behaviors. For instance, in a different study, participants were asked to complete a task under the gaze of a group. Those aware of being watched not only performed differently but also exhibited heightened stress and nervousness. Thus, the bystander effect demonstrates that our behavior is significantly influenced by the presence of others. Whether it's hesitating to help in an emergency due to a perceived diffusion of responsibility, or altering our behavior when we're conscious of being observed, the social context is a powerful determinant of our actions.
Explain how the example from the lecture demonstrates the concept of the bystander effect.
Begin to prepare your response after the beep. Begin speaking after the beep.
The reading passage explains the bystander effect, where individuals are less likely to help someone in need when others are present, due to a diffusion of responsibility. They assume that someone else in the group will take action, and so they wait rather than intervene to help. The lecture provides a clear example to illustrate this concept. In a study, an actor pretended to need urgent help in a busy area. When only one person was present, they were more likely to offer assistance. However, when the emergency was witnessed by a group, people were much less likely to help, assuming someone else would intervene. The lecturer also mentioned that this effect extends beyond emergencies. For example, people act differently when they know they're being watched, experiencing more stress, versus when not under observation. These examples clearly show how the presence of others can influence our behavior, supporting the idea of the bystander effect.
In this question, you will listen to a short lecture. You will then be asked to summarize important information from the lecture. After you hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Listen to part of a lecture in a biology class.
In today's lecture, we will explore two remarkable adaptive features that have allowed whales to thrive as marine mammals: their specialized breathing and cardiovascular systems, and unique thermoregulation abilities. First, let's discuss how whales have evolved efficient breathing and cardiovascular capacities suited to their fully aquatic existences. As air-breathing mammals, whales need to surface periodically to exhale old air and replenish oxygen. Their breathing holes on top of their heads, called blowholes, facilitate this rapid air exchange. Moreover, whales can slow their heart rates dramatically to conserve oxygen during long dives. Special blood flow rerouting allows oxygenated blood to be distributed preferentially to vital organs like the heart, lungs, and brain first. This metabolic adaptation enables prolonged submersion times of over an hour for larger whale species. Another key whale adaptation relates to their ability to thermoregulate body temperatures despite ambient ocean temperatures. A thick layer of insulating blubber keeps their core warm while blood vessel networks reabsorb heat in the flippers and flukes prevent excessive heat loss. This dynamic thermoregulation process continually adjusts to maintain optimal internal body temperatures, both in frigid polar waters and warm equatorial seas. No external bundling is required. Whales' bodies function as self-sustaining thermal regulators.
Using details from the lecture, describe two key physiological adaptations that have enabled whales to thrive as marine mammals.
Begin to prepare your response after the beep. Begin speaking after the beep.
The lecture highlights two key physiological adaptations that have allowed whales to thrive in marine environments. First, whales have evolved specialized breathing and cardiovascular systems. They can slow their heart rate significantly during deep dives, allowing them to conserve oxygen. This adaptation enables larger whale species to stay submerged for over an hour, as oxygenated blood is directed to essential organs like the heart and brain. In addition, they use breathing holes on top of their head to exchange air rapidly when they resurface. Second, whales possess a unique thermoregulation ability. They have a thick layer of blubber that insulates their bodies in cold waters, and their blood vessel networks help regulate heat, preventing excessive heat loss. These adaptations enable whales to maintain optimal body temperatures, even in diverse ocean conditions, ensuring their survival as marine mammals.
Well done for completing your first TOEFL exam. Here's a tip while you wait for your results. Focus on structuring your responses. A clear structure helps you stay organized and makes it easier for the examiner to follow your ideas. Start with a brief introduction. For example, in my opinion, the most important quality in a friend is honesty. Then, provide 2 to 3 supporting points. Use transition phrases like, first of all, additionally, and finally. This helps to guide your listener through your response. For instance, first of all, honesty builds trust. Additionally, it ensures open communication. Finally, it helps to resolve conflicts more effectively. Finish with a short conclusion. Summarize your main points in one sentence. Therefore, I believe honesty is the key quality in a friend. Good luck with your TOEFL speaking. You've got this.